What's cracking, folks? Is I, CK Crew, here to bring you some more TEW 2016 WCW. It lives again. Alright, so here's the deal. I usually don't show the stuff that happens before the show because there's usually no real need to. But I have to say this: Hawk is wasted on hard drugs, has to be sent home today. Right? I'm on a fairly strict I'll cut your ass policy, which means I would normally just suspend him, but I have a storyline to go through. But considering the revisions that I'm making to future storylines, I'm going to suppose I will just suspend him now. And please tell me you took him underneath your wing. Ooh, baby! I snapped my fingers. I got nervous my dog was going to get up. Anyway, we'll be right back with the card for the show. Alright, we are back. We have the card for tonight's episode of Monday Nitro. We have Bam Bam Bigelow of Triple Threat taking on Van Hammer of the Misfits in Action. We have Mark Jindrak taking on a resident undercarder C.W. Anderson in singles competition. We have a television championship match between CM Punk and AJ Styles. We have Chavo's crew taking on the rest of the Misfits in Action, that being Hugh Morris and Lash LeRoy. We have Mike Awesome taking on Alex Wright in singles competition after Alex Wright requested the chance to get back at Mike Awesome to even the score. And in our main event, I probably should usually would say number one contendership, but the number one contendership match for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship, Sean O'Haire versus Sting versus Ken Shamrock versus Chuck Palumbo. With I believe three of these men not having singles matches for the championship. No, wait, did Shamrock fight Booker before when he was still champion? I actually don't know. Anyway, we'll be right back with the show. Alright, we are back. The show starts off with Eric Bischoff in his office with, of course, his assistant Jay Marr and his security, Reno and Big Vito. In comes Jeff Jarrett, Ric Flair, and AJ Styles. Jeff Jarrett and Ric Flair are furious about the announcement of the main event tonight for the number one contendership for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship match, and that neither neither Jeff Jarrett nor Ric Flair were added to the match, and instead Ted DiBiase got two of his men in, Ken Shamrock and Chuck Palumbo. Jeff accuses Bischoff of being in DiBiase giving him money to put his guys in, and more importantly, for being jealous of the Chosen One and the Nature Boys' talents, that he's afraid that if they give one of them the belt, that it'll never go off of them, and that WCW will have 100-year-long reign of, what do we call ourselves? Rick's like, doesn't matter right now. All that matters is he's just afraid that the Nature Boy and the Chosen One will run wild all over WCW. Woo! Basically, they demand that Bischoff takes Sting out of the match and replaces that spot with one of them. Eric refuses. And, the trio storm off. That's good. Ooh, in an extremely short match, Bam Bam defeated Van Hammer in 5:16 by pinfall with a power bomb. Bam Bam's getting better, and they have good chemistry. That's nice. Bam Bam was drunk. You son of a bitch. Was wasted? You SOB. Afterwards, Lynn Garcia comes to the ring to interview Bam Bam. And Bam Bam basically says, if you mess with the triple threat, you go out to deal with the enforcer. And that's me, Bam Bam Bigelow. Those up the triad now. The Hurricane's music plays. He comes down to the ring. He says, the people of Illinois need a hero, and that hero is me. All right? And I, the great, the Hurricane, will vanquish all of the evil from WCW. And to vanquish evil from WCW, I must first vanquish evil from WCW. He kind of does this whole superhero gimmick shtick, right? Until Greed, Sloth, and Gluttony come out. Greed says, I can't believe you're still out here again, spouting your nonsense about taking down evil. I'm sure Wrath has said it numerous times, but you can never get rid of evil. Evil will always fester and grow and grow. And since all 7 of the 7 deadly sins are here, there's no way to wipe us out. But a hero, a hero can always be taken down. So they surround the ring, right? They're about to attack the Hurricane. But as they start to enter in, Hurricane takes them out one by one. First, tossing Gluttony back out, getting Sloth with a super kick. And then when Greed runs in, the Hurricane dodges, gets him with a heel kick, right? Tosses him into the corner, drops him, and then goes up to the top rope. But Sloth and Gluttony pull Greed out before the Hurricane can hit him with whatever the Hurricane's finisher was. I don't remember, actually. And that's that segment. I knew it. And about that good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, CM Punk drew with AJ Styles in 10 minutes when the time limit expired. Well, what happens now? Well, Eric Bischoff comes out and he says that when there is a time limit draw for the WCW Television Championship, that means the person who drew with the champion gets a 15-minute match against the champion at the next pay-per-view. So, AJ Styles, you will face CM Punk for the Television Championship at New Blood Rising. Yes. That's that. Okay. We have another DiBiase angle. DiBiase is talking with Chuck Palumbo and Ken Shamrock, telling them to get ready for the match tonight. And then Booker T comes in. He says, basically, it doesn't matter if one of you win or which one of you win. Because Shamrock, I've got you at New Blood Rising. So if you think about winning that title match, then I'll have to be in that match too. And I'm going to whoop your punk ass. And DiBiase, you only got one man left. Because I've already run through Chucky right here. Sucker. So, if you're running out of guys, I guess that means you're next. Now, can you dig that? Sucker! Good promo. In a bout that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, Chavo's crew defeated the Misfits in action 8:41 when Hernandez defeated Lash LaRoe by pinfall while using the ropes for leverage. We had Chavo Guerrero Jr. and Shane Douglas run in and attack Hugh Morris while the ref was distracted, which allowed La Parca and Hernandez to just kind of keep working Lash until Lash was just too worn out. Hernandez was pretty bad, but he's getting better. That's the important thing. After the match, the Triple Threat come out. Bam Bam, Chavo, and Shane Douglas. I'm sorry. They put the beat down on Hugh Morris and Lash LaRoe. Van Hammer comes out, but he's already taken a beating from Bam Bam Bigelow in the first match of the show and was unable to revive much health. Afterwards, Shane Douglas grabs the microphone and he says, right now, he's putting WCW on notice. The franchise, the triple threat, we are here. It's basically that. Good promo. Fit Finlay is being interviewed by Lillian Garcia about his upcoming match against Bryan Adams. He says, doesn't matter who he fights, the Belfast Bruiser is going to give somebody a terrible bruising. Out comes Sabu. He's like, I really appreciate what you did to me at the end of the match the other Sunday. It would be a shame if you don't make it to your match against Bryan Adams. The two start brawling. Bada bing, security, bada boom. In a bout that had good wrestling and decent wrestling from the crowd, Mike Awesome drew with Alex Wright in 7:53 following a double countout. The two went outside the ring. Mike Awesome does not let up the fight, but Alex Wright does not relent, doesn't give up. So, it's basically Mike Awesome's dragging Alex Wright around, beating him up, and Alex just getting back up. Afterwards, Lance Storm and Disco Inferno come out. Well, Lance Storm first. No, Disco comes out first. And for a second, Disco is trying to fight Mike Awesome, but Lance Storm comes out. And basically, Disco gets bodied and then gets also bombed through a table. Gene Okerlund is informing Animal that Hawk has been suspended indefinitely. It appears he's been dealing with some things and showed up in no condition to wrestle tonight. Animal doesn't say much of anything, but he looks a bit remorseful. And Mike's like, it looks like your friend's been dealing with some stuff. I mean, of course he's must have come to the realization that he was only average and most definitely not above average. He was like a 7.5, and we're 8s. Anyway, I'll be serious for a moment. I'm sorry your tag team partner's been kind of an ass. Well, your old one. I mean, I'm the current one, and we're animal above average. But I'm not really helping these things out. I'm going to stop talking now. All right, and they disperse, whatever. Mark Jindrak beats up C.W. Anderson with the mark of perfection in 406. Backstage, Wrath. Well, first is Wrath. Yes, Wrath, Pride, and Envy. In the dark room. What is my dog doing? Basically, Wrath announced. Well, Wrath says that next week there will be a tag team number one contendership match to decide who will face Pride and Envy next week. And this is just in time for the main event tonight to decide who will face me. Wait, I might be doing the voice. To decide who will face me at New Blood Rising. So, anybody or anyone who thinks they have, I don't know. You want to fight Wrath? Go ahead. Come on up here. Well, come on down here. Because we're going to drag you through hell and back. But, hey, we might just leave you there. So, WCW, are you ready for Wrath, Pride, and Envy? I don't think so. Evil laughed. He's getting really good at these promos. It was short, though. So got a little penalty. Could have been longer. And in a superb match, Sean O'Haire defeated Sting, Ken Shamrock, and Chuck Palumbo in 11:07 when Sean O'Haire defeated Chuck Palumbo by pinfall with the Widowmaker. We had Ric Flair come out to distract Sting, and Booker T came out and distract Ken Shamrock. Shamrock was the best worker, but yeah. Shamrock's gonna be pretty. Well, Shamrock is pretty pissed about this, but Sting's not, and Chuck's not, and Sean definitely isn't. But after the match, Wrath runs up behind Sean O'Hare with the belt, clocks him upside the head, poses over his body. Champion challenger, everybody. 86, up in 29. Was that my best Nitro? I think it was my best Nitro. Alright, let me just check. How mad... Wait a second. How mad is Shamrock? He's not even that mad. He's just annoyed. He thinks to be a U.S. champion. Does anyone think they should be like a WWE champion? I mean, WCW, U.S. Booker, what do you think? U.S. Wow, Booker is really happy about his bookings. Jeff Jarrett. Jeff, you gotta think you're... Nope, still U.S. Ric Flair? U.S. Sting, U.S. 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 Hardcore. All these U.S. Ray? He cruiserweight? He is U.S. 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 Just U.S. and all your championships. Hardcore. That was a hardcore. Jeez, no one wants to. Anyway, Sherlock's upset, but he's fine. Alright, we'll be right back with Thunder. Alright, we're here with Thunder. The show opens with a segment. The live crew are being interviewed by Lillian Garcia. They announced that they're going to be in the tag team contendership match, and that they heard that Skip and Romeo are going to be in it too. And if they get a chance to, they're going to snatch their chains and break their jaws. Or something of the sort. And about that subpar wrestling, Little Heat, Air Paris defeated JC Ice, local talent, in the 345 by pinfall with a moonsault. After the match, Paris announces that he's going to challenge CM Punk for the television championship. And if he wins, then AJ Styles' match is null and void. And if he draws, then he'll be added to the triple threat match. So, but then AJ Styles comes out and beats his ass with a steel chair. That's that. Sorry if I sound a bit rushed. My dog is like trying to seek my attention. I let her out like not too long ago. And about that decent wrestling but little heat, Hernandez defeated Colt Cabana in 7:15 by pinfall with a roll up. This is after La Parka runs in and clips Cabana with the kendo stick, allowing Hernandez to put him in a quick submission and then a roll up or something. I don't know. James Storm is backstage when he runs into Kimona. He starts to hit on her, basically like, "Why are you down here by your lonesome?" You know. Before the Young Dragons come back up, before the Young Dragons come in, pull her away. Where's Alex right here? Okay, that makes sense. No. You can't eat my hand. Mike Awesome and Lance Storm being interviewed by Lillian Garcia. They announced that they will be in the tag team match, but unfortunately, Disco Inferno's injuries will prevent him from being in the match. So it appears that the Boogie Nights will not be there. Alex Wright shows up. He's like, he won't be there. But I don't know. He says, "I'm going to beat your asses. I'm gonna kick you in the shin. Wonderkid style." And about that decent wrestling, little heat, Julio De Niro defeated Jamie Noble in 803 by pinfall. Brian Adams backstage. He just beats the crap out of Nova for looking at him weird. In a decent match, the Hurricane and Ernest Miller defeated Sloth and Gluttony in 808 when the Hurricane defeated Sloth by pinfall with a Vat Breaker. And that's that. 68, 66. Whoops. Gotta read those right. Wow, Genki. That hairline is. Ooh, so what's this? Thunder rating. Hernandez doesn't have it. Hernandez doesn't have it. Yeah, you know. Alright, folks, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. We come back, we'll have next Thunder. No, Lex Nitro. Yeah. Alright, bye bye.